Question. Would you hold property for 17 years and walk away $3.7 million poorer? Well, one Sentosa Cove owner just did. And here's the thing, 2/3 of resales this year, losses. This isn't just bad luck, it's a pattern. I've been tracking Singapore's luxury corridors for years, and the data tells a story that most agents won't share because it kills the prime location, safe bet pitch. Let's look at Sentosa Cove. 2024, 59% of resales lost money. 2025, that rose to 66%. A Marina Collection, a 5-bedroom unit bought for 8.6 million in 2008, sold for 4.95 million in July. That's a 3.7 million loss after 17 years of holding. Gone. Meanwhile, mainland prime district condos rose to $2,186 per square foot on average. Sentosa's been moving in the opposite direction. Same city, completely different outcome. Scott Square, freehold, prime orchard location, has recorded over 65 unprofitable transactions since its launch, and around a quarter of those were 7-figure losses. These aren't just distressed sellers, these are well-located, well-maintained properties that simply find buyers even at the original purchase price. So what's the pattern? High entry quantum and an evaporated buyer pool. Before April 2023, foreigners drove prime district demand, and at some projects, foreigners even made up the majority of purchases. But when the ABSD doubled from 30% to 60%, that buyer pool pretty much vanished. Foreign buyer share dropped from around 4.7% total in 2022 to just 1.8% in 2024. Prime district transaction volumes collapsed and developers pulled back. So here's the problem. Local buyers at these price points are limited. A $5 million Sentosa unit or a $3 million Scots Road shoebox needs a very specific buyer, and when foreigners exited, there was no replacement demand. Over the past 5 years, prime district prices grew about 27%. Sounds good until you realize that the rest of the central region grew 47%, and even outside of the central region, it was growing 46%. Sentosa's beautiful. Scots Road is super convenient. The issue is buyer pool depth. Outside the prime districts, the central and the outside of the central areas have been outperforming because domestic buyers dominate these markets, and the entry price point does tend to be a little bit more affordable by Singapore standards. So when policy changed, demand shifted, but didn't disappear. In prime districts, demand just packed up and moved offshore. Anyway, save this if you're evaluating Singapore property. The prestige premium only works if someone is willing to pay when you exit. And don't even think about buying somewhere in the prime areas unless you're Singaporean or PR. Unless the ABSD comes down anytime soon, which I don't think it will. I'm Alexander Linton. Follow me for more Southeast Asia property dynamics.